Hello and welcome back to another episode of Catching Time. I'm CQ the Watch Guy. I'm here with
Chris here at David SW Orlando, and we have some really cool stuff for you guys for this week. Um, let's go dive in. Let's
Yep.
dive in. Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. We got some great watches. Before we start though, let's do our question of the week.
Oh, true.
Our question of the week is about bespoke watches. So we all
Okay.
saw that interesting watch took the internet by storm. Tom Brady had his roast, right? The greatest roast of all
Right.
time.
Pretty harsh.
Pretty
They
harsh
really went in
roast.
on him, but hats off to him for taking that. Yeah.
Exactly. He did a good job. He took that roast well, and he was wearing a very interesting, piece unique
Yes.
Royal Oak that did a tour around the internet and kind of set everybody on fire because it's
Yeah, people were commenting nonstop. I mean, the good and the bad. So, I mean, we saw both sides of that. So.
Exactly. It's a very interesting piece to say the least. So that got me thinking and got the people out there thinking, about bespoke pieces. So
Okay.
what would be, if you were, you got the keys to AP and they said, hey, Chris, what would be your
You really want to do this?
piece unique? What would be your request from them?
So, for me, from AP,
Yeah, just from AP, because this will be a 2 hour
so
thing.
I've had an obsession with the brick for a long time. It's got to be that 42 millimeter size, but let's do it in an open work. Rose gold bracelet,
That'd be
brick.
sick.
That for me would be a really, really unique and one-of type of thing for me. I think that'll be my pinnacle of AP. I don't need a 44 millimeter chrono. It can get a bit too obnoxious at that level. But yes, a nice 42 millimeter brick, open work would be perfect for me in that diver.
And I
collection.
think that'd be a really cool piece unique too, because I don't think there's ever been like a diver or an offshore that's skeletonized that I can think of.
No. It's only the Royal Oaks that they've done that
Exactly.
with. And yeah, I think that'll be a really nice one, and I think it would sell well because I think there's a market for it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Like
But let's
now-
start with mine first, AP.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do that first.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That'd be actually sick.
But wait, but with that being, what is your take on that?
So for me, like I took some time and I went through like AP set. I was like, man, I don't know. I was thinking brick at first too, but I was like, I really like the frosted look.
Okay.
And so I think I want to do a frosted Royal Oak chrono. So let's go white gold frosted
Okay.
chronograph. But on the dial, I want to do split dial, kind of like that Zenith Lupin the third edition. So half the dial
Okay, so-
is black with white.
So that
subdials,
yin-yang is
that
what you're
yin
go-
yang
Okay.
style. So I want white gold chronograph frosted, but black and white dial split down the middle. One side is white with black chrono, other side is black with white chrono. So like a yin yang dial, and that'd be the CQ.
That's the
piece unique.
CQ edition from AP.
Not too crazy,
No,
something
colors that
doable.
work and it's
Exactly.
manageable. Yeah, I like that. Good thing with that too, it's frosted. Like the way they do it is
it's
impressive. If you have not seen one in person, it is something really to take in. AP is really setting the bar when it comes to that kind of finish on the bracelets
Yeah,
and the cases.
Nothing else that feels
No.
like it, that looks like it is truly special. So if I had a chance and they were like, I would push my limits and say, let me get a frosted. But I do
Wow.
like the idea of a skeleton brick. That just like in my head is like,
Yeah.
if you see somebody with that on, I'd be like, what is
Yeah,
this?
it's like, okay, it's a gold AP. Then you see the skeletonized eye. You're like, okay, hold on.
like who are you?
Yeah, who are you and what are you doing?
Exactly.
Who do you know at AP?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How'd you
Okay,
get
cool.
this way?
That's some nice suggestions. I think that works. What do you guys would like as your bespoke piece from Automobile? I mean, put in the comments. We'd be happy to hear some of that.
Exactly. Put it down, maybe run it through some AI and get some images down
Some
below.
AI
right?
helps. Yes.
All right, so we got
Okay.
some cool pieces down below. Do you want to start on the left side or the right side?
I know you can't wait to start on this
Let's
stuff.
go.
So go right ahead.
So this is so cool. It was so amazing to see it pop up. We have a MB&F LM101 stainless steel with an amazing blue dial. This is just a sexy watch, Chris.
It
I'll
is.
be
It
honest
really,
with you.
really is. I love how they've encased all this in that domed sapphire crystal.
Yes.
From a straight on view, you're not seeing that, but as it goes to the side profile, you see the domed finish with the crystal, and then the cage for the tourbillon is insane. It looks beautiful, very well done.
Yeah, it's insane. When we think of MB&F, you really think in, the
Out of the box.
out of the box.
Yep.
You're thinking mechanical art. Some of the pieces are a little bit out there, and with the LM101, it was to me he reached the I don't know, the crescent, the peak of wearability, right?
Right.
Where he made something where, oh my God, it's insane, but I can wear it.
You can wear
You
it, yeah,
know?
easily, because with that there, and you can swap the straps around, get a bunch of different looks.
Exactly. You could put it in a dress shirt. You could wear it like how you're wearing it in jeans. And you're not, even though it's a dome crystal, you're not afraid to knock it on everything.
Right.
It's not a very, some of his pieces can be like a little bit bulky or very unique shape.
No, the size works very, very well.
40 millimeters. I could wear, you can wear it. Somebody with a much smaller wrist can enjoy this watch. I love it on the brown shop here. But I mean, like
That blue dial.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good. To me, there are a few different colors, but I really love the blue dial. It's a very unique color. The I don't even know the right phrase for the metallic blue, to be honest with you, because it's not a sky blue, it's not a deep royal blue, but it just has a nice pop to it that it's just a party going on, and you have the escapement beating away, and it's just a nice floating escapement. It's one of those watches that you stare at for a half an hour, just trying to figure out how this thing is even working.
Right.
But you're just so happy that it is working, just with your power reserve down below. Just really beautiful mechanical art, and it's just a really special piece from
I really
MB&F.
think they did a good job on this one. And like you said, that size at 40 millimeter makes it easily wearable for almost anyone.
Exactly. A really
Yeah.
good piece that you can wear
I
every
mean, it's
day.
beautiful at the back as well.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the way they finished it is insane.
It's true watchmaking.
Yes.
It's true watchmaking. Sometimes you see some pieces are very like out of the box, very avant-garde, and then you flip it over and it's like this.
Although it gets underwhelming there. This is just as impressive.
This is just they really thought it from A to Z, and yeah, never disappointed when I
I
have
know
one
you
of
like
these.
it. You love your MB&Fs.
Exactly.
I love their desktop stuff that they do
Oh, yeah.
too. It's absolutely crazy.
I was just telling a friend of mine who's traveling in Europe, he's gonna go to a Mad Gallery, which is their boutiques basically. But not only do they sell the watches, they sell all their desk gadgets and things from just mechanical art of all styles, right? I'm like, when you go there, you gotta be careful, man, because you'll buy everything.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Because it's a very different price point as well, right?
Right.
So you end up with like 5 different things to your desk. Just so your wife will be like, "What's going on?
What is happening? And what did you get into?
Too many things going on, but yeah,
wow.
no, amazing piece.
Great
Definitely
brand,
something.
MB&F, you're doing good things. Very impressed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Awesome,
keep
awesome.
pushing on that one. Yeah.
And now we go to the Hermes. I was very surprised to see us to bring this in. Not a piece that you see often in a while.
This is stuff you see boutique. This
Yes.
is stuff you see that's pulled out for the special customers. Very different execution from your typical wristwatch.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get into this one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm just called the Hermes de la Lune. I'm gonna kind of shorten it. So basically, what you have here is your time and your date. They're on 2 different dials that are connected, and they're the moon phase of the watch. You have 2 sides of the moon right there that are made out of mother of pearl. The base of the dial is also a different cut of mother of pearl. That's this deep
So it's
blue.
layered.
Yes, it's very layered. It's like a deep blue, milky mother of pearl. And what happens is as time goes by, as the date changes, the date and the time actually move around.
The entire dial, the
Move
date
around.
and the time is rotating around.
Exactly. It rotates around the entire dial. Such an interesting and amazing execution. As you see, everything stays upright, so you can always tell what time it is. You can
well
always
done.
read the date very well. And Hermes is one of those brands, very much like Bulgari, where you don't think of them for super complicated watches,
Yes.
but it exists and they do it so well. The execution is just amazing. This watch is made in many different variations. The mother of pearl one is one that you don't see very often, and to me,
Well, mother of pearl is always
aesthetically,
a very hard thing to get your hands on.
Exactly.
So of course, they're not going to make many of those.
not gonna make many. And this variation, I'm not sure what type of shell that they do use for this one, but it is gorgeous. I've never seen such deep blues and blacks from mother of pearl. But this, with the color of the dials and everything, with the brighter mother of pearls for the moons, just like
Well, it's really neat
nice.
because as you get to the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock position for the hour marker and that's the hat. This is hour, yes. And
Yes.
The other. Yeah, it hides the moons.
Yes, exactly.
So then you're literally seeing like phases of the moon as it rotates throughout the hours.
Yes.
It's really beautifully done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, these guys are thinking outside the box as well.
Exactly. It's crazy. Nobody's doing anything like this. Great price point on this as well. Under retail, full set. You have this one for. Talk about getting
White gold as well.
Yep, and this one's in white gold. So the super special piece. Something that, like, if this were any other brand would probably
Oh,
be triple the price. If this was like a Patek or
Yes.
an AP or something like that, this would be like an application piece and would be you have to jump through a
all the
million
hoops
hoops
to get a
to
hold of
get
something
it.
like this.
You know, but here you can get it a beautiful piece for a great price on a beautiful Hermes shop as well. I just feel in the shop, I'm like, you forget how
You know,
nice.
yeah, you're back to like, oh, this is like the purses and the bags.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I forgot how nice the straps are too.
Yeah.
But such an amazingly beautiful and complicated watch. Definitely something you gotta see it in the metal to really appreciate it. But yeah, this is a really, really gorgeous piece. So happy we got this one in.
And
Really
that's the thing I
appreciate it.
like here at David SW is having the variety of stuff that's just not the
Yes,
typical. Yes, we have the mainstays.
of course.
But of course, we take care of that customer that is ready to have stuff that's taking his collection to another level. And I mean, when you start seeing these pieces, your mind opens up and you realize there's so much more. There's
Exactly.
so much more to get a hold of. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like just to quickly jump on your point, for the price of this is less than a Daytona right now. A stainless steel
mean,
Daytona. You know, and I love Daytonas.
You can get something like this, but there's always going to be a Daytona you can get a hold of. So.
Exactly. You can always circle back and get a Daytona. You can always circle back and get so many watches. A piece like this, you know, this is the only one I think
In my
probably,
5 years, is the only one I've ever seen.
you know, when this goes, who knows when another one like this will ever come back, you know? So that's why we try to, you know, bring things like these up just because, like, they're just special moments that you can buy. Just very
Exactly.
unique things,
And
you
they're
know?
here in hand, in person. So it's not something like you have to source or any of that
Exactly.
stuff. It's
You
here.
know,
So it's good.
Take a chance.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Another
Little big boy.
rare one for me. This is now the third one I've ever seen.
Oh, these are so good.
And the Patek 5740G.
Yes.
Guys, if you know anything about this watch, this is where it's all at.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is it's a perfect blend of sport and complication, right?
Yes.
Nautilus perpetual calendar. If you're a fan of Nautilus, you cannot love this watch. If you're a fan of Patek and perpetual calendars, you can't not love this watch. The weight is perfection.
impressive. Yes.
The blue of this dial is perfect as well. It's different than the normal steel Nautilus blue. It's a little bit more vivid,
Yes.
a little bit more deep as well. And they fit that perpetual calendar in there perfectly. So it's
Without
actually,
making it look too busy.
yes,
Is the
exactly.
way that they did it. The execution of that is really, really well done. I personally made this one of my favorite Nautilus pieces ever. Like, I really,
Hard not
really
to.
enjoy it. Hard not to, no. We have it in the office and blown up.
Yeah,
It's one of our
exactly,
main
right.
watches in the office that's blown up. We love this thing. And then there's one step up for the Tiffany & Co. version of
Well,
it.
yes, yeah, that's like the king, right?
Yeah, that's a whole other level. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is really something that's really special to me. I was dumbfounded when it came in. I didn't think David was going to find one of these, but it's been over 2 years since I've seen one. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, these are still relatively rare pieces. It's one of those pieces where when people get them in the collection, they do hold on
Oh
to
yeah, they
them.
hold them. It's very rare you get someone letting this go.
Yeah, because they're just special pieces. You know, whether you buy it, you know, 80 level or secondary level, you work a little bit harder to get your hands on one of these, and they just feel so good on the wrist. They look so good.
This,
as
by the
well.
way, is also a 2023, so it has that new
yeah.
buckle design
Oh,
with the
yes,
extension.
yes. Oh,
So you can press and get
yes.
an
Awesome.
extended extension. Yeah, so that's really nice. I'm glad they went that route with the new models.
Yes, exactly. It really helps a lot. One thing a lot of people know if you've been collecting for a while with Nautilus is, you know,
You kind of get what you get.
you kind of get what you get in terms of the wrist sizing and the links. And many people, if you just have a little, I don't know how to say, but like off measurement wrist,
Yes.
you're kind of stuck. So having a little bit of an adjustment saves
And
you
it's
so
quick.
much
Simple
headache.
press and slide, and it's
Exactly.
right there.
It's not a big thing to do. So glad they did it. But yeah, 5740, just a perfect Nautilus, like you said. Yeah, really, really not much words needed for something like this.
Yeah, that's where it's at for me. I'll be one of the happiest people.
Yeah,
So
right.
put it. I'll let you let
Put
my
that
wife
on-
know
yeah.
that's where I'm at. Yep. So we're now going total opposite end of the spectrum from something that's solid, heavier in feel to something extremely light and industrial. That's that new Yachtmaster titanium 42 millimeter 226627. Very, very nice watch. You know, I was waiting for a long time to see this in the flesh, just because I always loved the matte finish of the bezel with the polished ceramic numerals. to see it now in a watch that can be that's not gold, white gold or yellow gold, seeing it in this raw type of finish. And what's nice, guys, as well with this watch is they use the ceramic sleeves in between the links, kind of like the gold watches.
Oh, really?
Yes, so
Oh,
it's
nice.
much more robust. It's, there's a lot more, girth to it as well in that sense. So it does help keep the watch on the wrist and not to have like bracelet stretch and that kind of stuff. Very well done. Yeah, Rolex, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I love this watch. This is my first time really playing around with one for extended time. The last two we
Okay.
had,
Yeah, last time we had came in and out. We didn't even get to
yeah,
play with them.
that was so fast. So really sitting down with one and playing around with one, I love it. Of course, the weight, you're barely feeling the movement here. I'm not even like feeling the clasp at all.
Right.
So this is something that you put on, you
You get the
forget
size, you get the legibility, you get the
exactly,
nice finish of the watch, but without this heft. So for
exactly.
those who like to have a presence of a watch but not feel it, this is a great, great timepiece.
And that bezel, like you
That bezel is
said,
beautiful. I love
yeah.
it. I mean, even you holding the watch from there, and easiest thing to read for time.
Yeah, no, legibility is outstanding. This is a great looking watch. I'm so glad
Keeping it
they.
simple and having a little flair to it.
Oh,
It's
and I
great.
love that they made a little bit of polished
On the
edges.
edges
Yeah, but
only.
just by the crown guard. Everything else, oh, that's so nice.
And there's
Everything else is
directional
brushed.
brushing to it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. See, it's the little things like that that just really like, cause it dresses it up just a little bit, but everything else is brushed on the watch. But just a great looking watch, great weight, great feel, and just a really cool special piece. I played around with the bigger one, the bigger deep sea, a lot, and that was just like, look, not a joke, but like compared to, it was just so big. But this is like,
This
I could,
works.
yes, you could see wearing this, being on a boat, this is a real companion watch
It
where you
is.
could do anything with it, and it's titanium, so you could beat it up a lot, and it will look the same. And it's a brush, you can just bring it back to life very, very easily as well.
Right. It will
So
wear well in that sense. You don't have
sure,
you don't have a lot of polished edges or anything like that. So the watch
no,
will be able to take a good set of, beating and still look like brand new in no time because of that full brush finish. Yeah, I'm impressed with this.
yeah, no,
I didn't know what to expect at
very good
first, but
watch.
Rolex is really doing a good job with this new titanium, this Rolex titanium. We've had the deep sea variant.
Yes,
They're far in between. We don't see many of them. That too is impressive. It's very different to the sense that the case, you feel the weight of the
yes,
movement, but it's extremely light on the bracelet. So one sized well, it's fine. When it's loose, it feels like it's top heavy, but
yeah.
it's just the movement you're feeling.
Yeah, cause that one I mean is like a, it's so
Yeah,
funny because even this is like a
that's
42, right? But like that one
that
is
thing is
it's
so
so big.
massive.
It's like
And
adding
then the
like a,
box is unique to that one too. So I
oh
really,
yes,
yeah. So
yeah,
the challenge, that's
yeah,
it.
it makes this one look like a baby.
Yeah, it makes that looks like a little, like a youngin.
Oh man.
But yeah, this is really cool stuff. I think it's really nice that we were able to have such variety with these pieces, and here at David SW, we'll keep bringing that to you.
Exactly. We got a little bit of everything, so make sure you check out the website, davidsw.com. Make sure you check out the new arrivals tab where you see things like this and much, much more. We're loading up between 5 to 10 pieces every day. And make sure you reach out. You can call, you can text, you can email us, you
Get
can
it in
talk
the
to me, you can
chats,
talk to
get in, yeah,
Chris.
whatever.
Chat.
WhatsApp, we're here. We
It's
have it.
always a real person, and that's very important to know. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the next one.